It's your boy, Senior Ding Dong, and today I got a deck profile for you. It's called Infernity Heroes. I'm not sure if you ever heard of it, but it actually did pretty well at like a YCS back in 2014, and then I made my own version of it. It's probably not as good, but I kind of like the ratios for this, especially because Coda the Duelist is rumored to have Infernity Bishop, so I want to profile the deck before it comes out, because I'm probably going to change it once it comes out. So yeah, so we run one Infernity Archfiend. It's actually searchable by a card that's in the Archfiend archetype. Then I run Infernity Avenger. Obviously I run it because it's a level 1 tuner, and it also has an effect if one of your monsters gets destroyed by battle. You get to special summon it. In that case, the level of this card equals the level of the destroy monster. So it has a little level manipulation in there for you. Then we run 3 Infernity Necromancer. Why Necromancer is good? If you control no cards in hand, you can, from attack to defense, special summon an Infernity. So it helps you get your Archfiend search off. And it also helps with synchro plays, so not bad. Then I run something that not a lot of people run, but it's called Infernity Beetle. And it's actually pretty good. When you have no cards in hand, you contribute this card, special summon up to 2 of these guys. So basically, it's kind of like your Lone Fire of the deck, but not as good. But still pretty good. It helps with the synchro plays. Then we run Infernity Mirage. This card's pretty good. This card can't be special summoned because it would be too good if it could start crazy loops. So if you have no cards in hand, you contribute this card to special summon 2 Infernity monsters in your graveyard. Special summon those monsters. So this is worth the special summon. Then I run General just for synchro plays. So if you have no cards in hand, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 2 level 3 or lower Infernity monsters in your graveyard. Special summon them, but their effects are negated. Why would they be negated, you ask? Because if you can special summon 2 Necromancers and they're not negated, you can special summon more. Then I run 2 of the Summoner Monk, because sometimes your spells will, be dead, so you want to discard them. Get cards out of your hand and get cards on the field. That's what you're trying to go with. So most likely, if you have no cards in your hand and you don't have your Archfiend, you're going for that. But if you aren't, there's another card that I'm going to show later. Next, I run 2 of this card. I run it because I can discard it. It's pretty good. Alright. Then I run Dark Refa. This is the card you want to special summon, and it gets cards out of the hand and deck. So it sets up the grave, and it helps you get your Archfiend effects off. Simple as that. Next, we run Harris. This is another good card to discard, because this is where you get your Archfiend off. Not bad. Then here's the Hero Engine. 2 Shadow Mist. When she's sent to the graveyard, you get to search for a hero monster. So, another good card to discard with this effect. Bubbleman. I run it because if he's the only card in hand, you can special summon it, and it helps you get your Necromancer's effects off. That 1 extra card. But I might replace this engine once, Bishop comes out, because that's the same effect. And it has protection in it. Then we play the 1 launcher because you can only play 1. And once per turn, you can send 1 Infernity monster from your hand to the graveyard. While you have no cards in your hand, you can send this card to the graveyard to special summon up to 2 Infernity monsters to the graveyard to special summon. So if you haven't noticed, Infernities is a deck where you special summon when you have no cards. It's crazy. Then we run 3 of one of the best cards on the deck. A Heroes Lives. Get your Shadow Mist effect off. Get 2 cards out of your deck, which is just 1 card. With the price of half your life points. Not bad though. Get your Dark Law off. You're golden. Emergency Call. Search for your Bubble Man or Shadow Mist, whatever. I kind of like it because if I have Greffa on the field and I'm using his effect, I can just search for Shadow Mist, get my Bubble Man to hand. Usually I only have 1 card left after that, so 1 Mass Change. Probably should be running 2, but whatever. Mass Change 2 just for the discard, so it's really good in this deck. Then we run Mass Charge. 2 of them. Should probably run 1, but I kind of like the ratios right now. Transmodify, get more stuff out of the deck. So, get your Archfiend out. Get your Greph out. Get Street Patrol out, just so you can use its effect in Grave. Reasoning. Reinforcement and 1-for-1, just to get your level 1 out. Then we run one of the best cards in the deck, Infernity Break. If you don't know what Infernity Break does, if you have no cards in hand, you can target 1 Infernity card in your graveyard and 1 card your opponent controls. Banish the first target, and if you do, destroy that second target. Really good. Next, I run Inferno. Discard up to 2 cards and summon the same number of Infernity cards from your deck to the graveyard. So graveyard setup. Plus, sometimes you can't get cards out of your hand fast enough, so you just run it. Searchable. Infernity Barrier, pretty good. Negation. Can't, like, any deck that has negation is good. Well, maybe not all good, but decent. Then I run the 1 Fiend Grieving. Why is that, you ask? Because target 1 monster in your graveyard. In your opponent's graveyard, you shuffle in the deck. So it gets, you could chain it to, like, if they're trying to spell summon anything from the graveyard, and then you get to send 1 Fiend type monster from your deck to the graveyard. And then I run 1 Crash Card Virus. Just so, it's not as good as before, but basically you tribute 1 dark monster with 1,000 or less attack. Your opponent takes no damage until the end of the next turn after this card resolves. Also, look at your opponent's hand and all monsters they control. If you do destroy them with 15 or more attack, then your opponent can destroy up to 3 monsters with 15 or more attack into their deck. So, I run it because I can, but without Crush Card Virus, it's a 40-card deck, which I probably should be running that way. Then, the extra deck's pretty decent. So, I run 1 Dark Law. For, you know, any card they add, you can once per turn. So once per turn, any card sent to your opponent's graveyard is banished instead. That's the first effect. Once per turn, if your opponent adds a card from their deck to their hand, except during the draw phase or damage step, you can banish 1 random card from your opponent's hand. So it's pretty good with Dark Bribe, but I don't run Dark Bribe. And then Acid to destroy all spell and trap cards, and halving your opponent's attack. And for some reason, I can't find my Infernity Synchro right now, but that's in this deck. So then I run the 1 Void Ogre, free nice once per turn negation. 1 Armades, just so they can't do much during the battle phase. Hunter Eyes Dragon, just for once per turn you can banish 1 level 6 or lower dark effect monster from your graveyard until the end phase. This card becomes that banished monster and replaces its effect with banished monster originally. This is destroyed and sent to graveyard. So I just run it because it's mostly a nice beater, but I also run a Cataster in here and Surgeon, so like I can use their effects. Obviously the Black Rose to get stuff off the field so I can do more plays. Then the 1 Divine, it's a nice level 6, so and it lets me get stuff back to hand, so not bad. 1 Sergeant, just for the when this destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends to grave, you can have this card gain 800 attack till the end battle phase. Also, this card gains. So basically, like if this is your graveyard, Hunter Eyes becomes 38 on its next attack, so it's pretty good. 1 Disaster, same with Armades. Well, actually, it's more of a if I'm battling a non-dark monster, it automatically destroys it. Silent Arc. Just so I can get rid of a problem monster. Master Key Beetle. Just keep stuff on the field. Dark Rebellion. Roach. And last not least, Cataster. So after this deck, after the next format, we're gonna have to play by link rules, which isn't too bad because once more link monsters that are more generic come out, this deck's gonna be pretty busted with all its spamming. And I'm probably gonna get rid of the exceed, all the level 4 exceeds, and start playing some links. So like Decode Talker, There's actually that new magician coming out in Circuit Break, which is basically like Divine, but it requires 2 of the monsters of the same type, which is easy in this deck, because look at all the Infernities are Dark Fiend type monsters. And other than that, the deck's pretty good. It does what it needs to do, even when there's so many cards that are like hit from this deck. It still does pretty good. It does what it needs to do: spam, negate, destroy. Other than that, your boy Senior Ding Dong is gonna be out. But this deck profile, this deck's actually still good, and I can't wait until Bishop comes out, because it's gonna change the whole engine of the deck. But I'm still gonna probably run Dark Law and Xiaomi's. And I can't wait until Links come out with more generic supports to make this deck show that it still can compete with the meta. Your boy Senior Ding Dong out.